This is Richmond's Morning News with Rich Herrera.
You may have hoodwinked everyone else, you can't fool me. I listen to public radio.
On News Radio WRVA.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is 6:34 here on Richmond's Morning News. Appreciate you spending time with us here on this Wednesday morning. Quick reminder, no show on Friday. It's a company holiday. So Super Dave and I will take the day off. Dave, what have you decided to do on your day off?
Probably get caught up on sleep.
Oh, I was going to invite you to do something.
Well, as long as you do it after I'm awake.
Well, I mean, why don't we get together? And we could talk about politics, sports, weather, traffic, and I'll tell you the
I think
time
we do
of
already
day
do that 4 to 5 days a week. So
Are you sure?
I think a day off from that won't hurt anybody.
I can just stand there and go, hey, news radio time is 6:34. You're listening to, or actually you're hanging out with Rich in Richmond's Morning News. You don't want to do that?
Yeah, you can do that on your own time.
Okay, just want to make sure. I do want to cover this. I just told Gary, this is just absolutely amazing that we are facing, and I said it yesterday, Louise Lucas repeated it, so I'm going to repeat what she said. We are facing a looming government shutdown in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Unprecedented, and you hear all this hyperbole all the time, but I don't know, and I've seen some reports, we've never had a government shutdown in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Why? We're arguing over roughly $1.5 billion more that the Democrats want to spend in Capitol Square, but they can't figure out how to pay for that. And we told you, here's what they want to use the money for. Everybody says, okay, we're going to use it for K through 12. I don't really and haven't seen exactly what exactly the pressing issue K through 12 that they want to address, but they'll throw money at K through 12. Then they want some $250 million, $230-something million to pay for expired COVID-era Obamacare subsidies for people in Virginia that lost them when the government said, oh, yeah, those temporary Obamacare subsidies, yeah, they were temporary. And like we explained before, for those that are complaining that the temporary Obamacare subsidies expired, I guess you didn't read the word temporary. But as we know, once you create something in government, it never goes away. Once you give your neighbor your Wi-Fi password, if you ever change it, they're going to knock on the door. Yeah, hey, can I get the new password? No, we changed it. Well, I had it before. I need it again. Are you helping pay for it? It doesn't matter. You gave it to me. I want it again. You give your sister-in-law your Netflix password. You change it. She's going to want it because she just got used to getting it for free. Same thing here. These people got used to getting Obamacare subsidies. They knew it was temporary, but they just got used to it. So now they're upset. So now we've canceled the session of the House tomorrow because they don't have a budget. The Democrats can't figure out how to get together to raise the money to tax somebody to spend an extra $1.5 billion. Now, here's where it's starting to get nasty. Don Scott, Louise Lucas, this is an all-out civil war, and Abigail Spanberger is not being the referee. She's not being the adult in the room. She is not doing anything. She's siding with Don Scott, and she has not done anything to bring the Senate together to the House to get them all together. And the Republicans are standing there, although there are some Republicans that are thinking of voting for this boondoggle of a budget. If you do, I'm going to come to Capitol Square. I'm going to ask you face-to-face, why would you do something that is absolutely insane that they want? And by the way, just so you know, some of the things they want are $200 million set aside for future future Trump-proofing the state budget in case the federal government decides to spend less money. And there's $500 million that they will reconfigure at the 2-year mark. This is just a boondoggle, and this is something I want to talk about. I want to hear from you this morning on the James River Air text line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. I told you earlier, I feel like Kyle Reese. I feel like I was sent back from the future to warn Virginia what will happen if you continue down this path, because you will become California, which is a hellscape. You will become California, one-party rule. It took California 2 decades to fall in the disrepair that it is. It's taking Virginia about 3 months as they hurdle us through this. Let me just throw all this out for you. I got a couple points for you. The Democrats are using full control to pass a far left agenda, a liberal agenda. Taking away your guns, 20 gun-related bills yesterday, restricting firearms. They are going to use the budget to create legal weed shops throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. They've created family and medical leave, which everybody says, that's great. Who's going to pay for it? You and I. Remember they said the affordability? Yeah, we're going to pay extra out of our paychecks for that. And guess what? They created a bureaucracy to oversee and fund it. The governor ran, this is the second point I wanted to make this morning. The governor ran as a moderate. I bring people together. I was the most bipartisan member of Congress. Has she been bipartisan since she has gotten in office? Is there one thing that she's done? There's one thing that she's done to rein in the far left wing of her party. Well, she says she does, and then she does something different. She says she does, I'm going to veto the marijuana shops throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. I'm on record. I vetoed them. See, look what a moderate I am. But then I'm going to work with them through the budget process to open 235 pot shops throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. If you love the smell of reefer madness, when you go out in public, just wait till they're legal. And oh, by the way, the whole fine of smoking pot in public, $250, they're going to ease off on that and not have that right away. So get ready just to walk through any restaurant, any mall, any business, and the whole thing's going to smell like Cheech and Chong's house. But that's my second point. The number 3 point I want to make sure that I get across to everybody this morning, this budget fight shows the Democrats are divided, but still moving far to the left. This isn't about whether we tax you or we don't tax you. This is about how much money we're going to take out of your pocket. We're either going to take it out of your pocket by sticking it to the data centers, because gosh knows they have to pay their fair share, and I should be able to take as much money for them as possible. We had a deal that they got a break on replacing items that they have to buy because those servers burn up so fast because they're so hot and they get overused. Now Louise Lucas goes, well, if I can't have that, then I'll just impose a new tax on their generators they have as a backup. Meanwhile, the governor had the people with the green eye shades and pencils and calculators go through and figured out, oh, wait a minute, I could take money out of this and I can come up magically with money I didn't know we have, so I could spend $1.5 billion. They're not fighting over whether to take our taxes or not take our taxes. They're just fighting, where are we going to take our taxes for so we can use it for our pet projects? And this whole thing of putting the legal pot shops, I listened to the press conference yesterday, and there was a representative stand up there, and she talked and she talked and she talked. And I timed it for 3 minutes. You know the one word that she did not use in her entire speech while she's standing there with the governor? Because these are for putting legalized marijuana retail stores throughout the Commonwealth. They call it whatever else, but this is what it is. You're going to have legal marijuana stores throughout the Commonwealth. You want to know why I point that out? Because as I watched her speech for 3.5 minutes yesterday, guess what word she didn't use? Marijuana. She used the word hemp once, but she never used the word marijuana once. And I got to make sure I'm going to double check to see the governor's remarks and all the rest. But the one word they didn't use when they're talking about having legal marijuana shops throughout the Commonwealth is the word marijuana. What's that tell you? We're just going so far crazy to the left. I mean, affordability. Remember the governor ran, I'm going to run on affordability. Reggie, 6% raise on my Dominion energy bills. Now we're going to have taxes come out for all these pet projects. How many things have you seen where they promised affordability. Donald Trump's ruined this economy. I'm going to run on affordability. How many things can you point to that the governor's done so far that have anything to do with lowering the price of things and helping my pocketbook and yours? If you know of one, tell me. Because here's the bottom line. The governor that ran on bringing us together, being the most partisan,
1 minute, Pearson.
the most partisan, nonpartisan politician in Washington, now has an issue. She's led from the side. She said one thing, done another. She's tried to keep her reputation clear for whatever reason. Maybe she has aspirations for higher office. But here's the deal. She's not led from in front. She's not given a vision. She's not done anything but just tried to play politics. And now it's biting her because her left wing of her party is now attacking her viciously. It's a UFC fight. And on the right, they're looking at her like, yeah, we knew you were sheep in wolves' clothing. She's in trouble. She is not governing the state the way that she ran, and their leadership is lacking. And that's the mess that we see at Capitol Square. You want to comment, please feel free. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140, the number for you to join us on the James River Air text line. Love to hear from you this morning, 833-804-1140. Either way, the Democrats, it is a, I can't say the word I want to use, but it is absolutely a mess. I might as well get the circus tent and put it over the top of Capitol Square because that's what it is right now. That's what it really is right now. But the one thing I'm going to say, I want to hear from the Republican leadership. I want to hear from the Republican leadership while all this is going on. You guys can either sit there and enjoy the show and watch them beat each other up, or you can have alternative ideas. You can show what you would do if you ever got the governor's mansion back, or you got to be the Speaker of the House or the leader of the Senate. The Republicans have to stand there and lead right now, even though they don't have the leadership ability. They've got to show the vision they have is a lot better than the mess we're seeing from the Democrats right now. Comments, 833-804-1140 on the James River Air text line. This fires me up because they're trying to hurdle us as quick as they can into becoming California. And the Republican leadership in the General Assembly, time for you all to step up. All right, today's program is brought to you in part by Pearson Signature Dealerships. You know,